You hang on, boy. Slow your flame on the right.
Oh no, it's no! Oh, look at me. I'll be back in a minute, Lau.
Every call is treated with the same swift response. Every shout, a shout for help.
Hang on, we've got two in there already. You just stand back and wait a bit. So we can follow. Steve, you got your gloves? You got your gloves? Take some of them out in case someone whacks their arm on it. Look, and here around this cable, Steve, where this cable's going in here, look.
The tenant has a nasty burn and is shocked and dazed.
First aid kit. Les, first aid kit. Do you want an ambulance?
No, I'm all right, honestly. I'll get my family and that sorted out.
Is he burnt?
Yeah, mate. Get him out here.
Stevie! Here. Is he bringing him out here? Jump. Carry away. Check his... How did you do it, mate?
No, well, I was changing over a little gas bottle for a cooker, and there was still gas in the old one. I didn't know because the valve was stuck. Yeah. And when I opened it up, the gas flew out. You know, I couldn't.
Is that how it all started?
Yeah, that's how it started.
You close your eyes on the floor,
on the door.
On the door.
Close your eyes first. It's going to wipe me at your face. All right.
Thank you, lad.
Stick some more of that on there, Steve.
We're just trying to see what he's done first.
It's not got nothing in it. He's banged it on the door. You didn't cut it with glass, did you?
No, whacked it on the door. No, it's okay. It's fine.
You got gloves, Les?
Might sting again.
No, it's all right, no. If you're going to help this geezer, make sure you've got your gloves on. Right?
It's right. Just hold it on there quite firm. It'll stop the bleeding.
An ambulance is definitely coming, yeah.
Oh, I don't want to. Man, I'm not taking it. I'm not going. I'm serious.
Stay down for a minute.
Doesn't matter. We're not going to ambulance.
You'll have a look at you, whatever. They'll have a look anyway.
It's all right. I'll go to the hospital later on once I get my family sorted out and get them somewhere else.
No one here to sort it out for you.
No, nobody at all.
There's a young lady in there. Has she something to do with you?
That's my wife. Yeah, we're going to go. I'll take her up to her family, then I'll go on to the Wellington.
You want to go and have that look at, mate?
Yeah, as soon as I get sorted out, I go straight up to the Wellington hospital. Right. Excuse me 1 minute, lads. I'll come back in a minute here.
All this caused by an exploding camping stove. It looks a mess, but it could have been much worse.
Yeah?
Just bend your arm a minute so it all don't fall off.
That's it. That's lovely. You've got to go to hospital, mate.
Yes, I'll go later on. Seriously, I'll be about an hour before I get off, but I'll definitely get there.
You've got to go there. They've probably got an ambulance coming here. The geezer probably will have a look at it and tell you, but I can tell it's going to be very painful later. If you don't get here looked at, I'll become infected.
Thanks, lads.
All right, mate.
Gentlemen, thank you very much.
Good luck anyway. See ya.
Yeah, these guys are the best thing from sliced bread, let me tell you. They come within 5 minutes, the call, and they... Well, what can I say?
Well, I don't know who Peter is. I want to go out. Go and get me bits.
Haven't talked up now.
I don't expect this in.
You've been here 16 years, haven't you? No, just getting on with it.
He's showing that he's growing through his ear.
I ate all of them. No, actually, they're all right. Nice bunch of fellas. What just change around a little bit, innit?
Or any time, but they're all right.
What just change around a little bit. But, how long I've been there, man? Too long. 5 years, 6 years. I come in from another station.
Why did you come here?
Well, they didn't want him at the other station. I turned up there one morning, I didn't have no gear. Nah, I just fancied a change, that's all.
Do you think a woman could do this job?
Oh, 30 grand now. you could say the wrong thing and, oh, you could have everybody down on you. And they're in and that's it, that's all there is to it.
Women are being introduced, and some would say the standards of the job have been dropped in order to allow for these, that they can become a part of us. Yeah, they can do it.
You've lost equipment that used to be heavy to handle, all ladders for instance. Some people say they're a good thing, but also they went overnight, and a lot of people say that the women weren't about to lift them, and they are quite heavy, aren't they?
Decisions are made, okay, and you are going to have so many percent ethnic minorities. You're going to have so many percent. But that hasn't happened, and we was all frightened that we was all going to get overrun by ethnic minorities. We was going to get overrun with women, and then the job would go out the window. And our status, if you like, which we're all very proud of. I mean, we'll all take the piss, but we're all very proud of it. Our firemen, and we feel that's being eroded. Because a woman joins a job because she's now allowed to, or ethnic minorities, we don't take it on them. We welcome them. All they're doing is taking advantage of the situation, and good luck to them. We don't take it on them at all.
But you spend a lot of time together. It's a very male atmosphere, isn't it? I mean, you all have to sleep in the same dormitory at night. I mean, there are no facilities for women, are there?
No.
I've got the biggest bed. No, I don't suppose it is. I think it caused a lot of trouble at home, or some people. You know, I just don't want, you don't want too much of a change. People don't like changes today. You don't know what to expect, that's the thing, like. Don't expect it.
Morning, Mick. Sit down. We've got space on your watch. Yeah, and I've been given the person to fill the gap for you. The person concerned has been off for ages and ages and ages. And what needs to do is, having been posted to us, they've got to go through a refresher training on station. Yeah? It is unusual. You'll need to organise all the training. I should start from square one, if I were you. Find out what the person doesn't know.
Yeah.
Yeah? And then fill in the gaps.
Okay.
Give her the bits and bobs, the nuts and bolts. Let her put it together. I've given you a clue. It's a young lady by the name of Carol Harrison. All right. It's a bit of a first for Kingsland. We've never had a woman work with us before. No. I've no experience of being on a watch with a woman. Have you had it? No. As I say, totally new. But I don't see an issue in that at all, really, quite frankly. The big issue is the fact that she's had this enormous gap in her career, and we've now got to sort of get her back to square one.
Yeah. That's not some debilitating disease or something, is it?
No. Very straightforward. You couldn't get anything more straightforward in your life, really, I suppose. She's had a child. So, you know, straightforward. Yeah. And that being a shout, dear boy, you'll have to...
They're supposed to be gas proof, but sometimes they let by. If gas gets into them, bang, blows them up, short circuits. There's no danger to anybody, so we just stand by. We've asked for the LEB, they come down. That lady just walks right across it. Excuse me, excuse me! Not that way. You the extra?
LEB,
right,
yeah,
fair
yeah,
enough. If you come, I'd rather you report to me, okay? So I know you.
Well, you just
yeah, we just wait for them to have a look at it. As soon as they say it's okay, we'll go.
Some days nothing goes right. The police are called but don't arrive. The electricity board are called but are delayed. There's nothing to do but watch and wait.
It looks like a big job, isn't it?
Well, they're working at it now, so
I see.
I'll return it as soon as they
Is
can.
it from the main? But
Yeah. That's a big
Kingsland Fire Station is in one of the poorest boroughs in the country, and so is one of the busiest stations. This shout has taken 2 hours of their time.
That's it, yeah, they're going to get their excavation team out. They've got to dig a hole and cut the cables, and they're talking about minimum 5 hours repair time. So there will be about power for 5 hours.
Get back down and down at the closing points.
Right, as you all know, I've been here a little... No, it's not that really. You know, we're a couple of members down on the watch, now that Mr Hinton's gone. Yeah? Yeah. He's gone, so we cut them down on the thing. We're getting a new member of the watch from another station.
Female?
A female. She's been off sick for a bit of time because had a baby. You'll know more about it than I do. And she may well be up here this afternoon for her to come in and bring her gear in and say hello. And as far as I know, she starts on the 30th of September.
I don't know whether it's still in force or whatever, about going to bed and all that. One of just not supposed to be.
One, two, bed.
And then she got to be 2 of you in the dorm, that's what I'm saying.
Yes.
And all that, you can sort of
Yeah, you don't bring it into the realms of ridiculous.
Right, okay, Peter, where you go?
Well, that is the only thing that's really laid down, is that she's not allowed in any room with a firefighter on her own. Protect the firefighter, male and female. No, not at any time. Obviously, you don't. A situation like that, she could easily turn around to say to you something compromising. I don't know. And it's to protect the firefighter, so male as well as the firefighter. You're never allowed to be alone with her. You are allowed to be alone with her. That's what I'm saying. You don't take it to the realms of ridiculous.
Right, with to be serious now. It's going to be a difficult situation for all of us. None of us have experienced it before. Well, with the exception of George, he's been on the station with her. But nonetheless, I would expect everybody to be quite sensible and professional about it. I don't want any... we all know the score. We're going to mess around and have a laugh and a joke like we always do with anybody, and I don't want any of that to change. In fact, if it does change, then we'll have another meeting and I shall be asking you why it is changing.
I think it will, as it happens.
It may, nonetheless, everybody's got to be sensible about it, okay? If anybody's got any qualms or grievances about it, then they'll have to come to me.
Oh man, she ain't going to take over the mess. I like getting the old washing up and all that, don't I?
Mary Brother, it's all about
telling me you're up and all that shit and don't leave your pants on the floor and...
Just think you're going to start using a toilet to have a wee now.
Here we go. This is the Gus on the Street. This ain't no...
Hold on, Peter, I'll go and get the soapbox for you.
This ain't... I think it's a fantastic thing. These don't agree with me. I've argued this in the past, long before the TV cameras come and all that. But,
Fantastic.
I've done was it a CV? CV for my promotional thing, and I quoted it as saying it was the biggest step the brigade had taken in the 90s. Did you like that? And that's it, I think it's a terrific thing. 95% of the brigade probably won't agree with me. I don't know. George does. You're right, George does. No, George does. 95% of the male firefighters within the brigade think it's the wrong thing. Because it's not on, this is the 1990s, isn't it? Not the 1890s. Well,
yeah, anyway.
No, yeah, nice one. No one agrees with me. I don't know why no one agrees with me. But it is a thing I've preached in the past, and I'll preach it in the future. Right, mates? We've read Raz.
After that show of solidarity...
Well, first of all, welcome to Kingsland Road. Yeah, I think you'll like it here. It's nice and busy, just what I think you're looking for. Can I introduce you to Station Officer Coe?
Welcome to the station.
Who is in actual fact substantive station officer as of today, and he is your governor now on the Red Watch. His role along with the other junior officers on that watch, will be monitoring your progress and also assisting in your progress. Young Charlie has had some say in what your progress has been in the fire brigade, and of course you're with us now to go through refresher training to get you back to the standard. To get you back to the standard of where you left off after training school, basically, yeah? As far as young Charlie's concerned, have you got that in hand?
Kind of. Well, I've got my mum to have him for the night, so I've been in touch with social services. We're trying to get him a nursery place. But those kind of things take time, but I mean, it's going to be sorted out. I mean, I don't want to be worrying about that as well as worrying about working, you know.
Sure, so yeah.
We don't want the problem of you not turning up for work one day because of you can't find somebody to look after you. Illness and things like that, that's different. We all got that problem. But, you know, just for childminding. I walked in and she's in there feeding the baby a bottle, you know, and I just couldn't take it in at first. I was completely flabbergasted. If that had been a male recruit turn up, I mean, he would have just been ridiculed. But
did you think it was unprofessional?
It wouldn't have been something I'd have done, no.
But do you see that for women it's a special problem? They've got problems which men haven't got?
Sure, they're different. They've got, yeah, as you say, different problems. But put it around another way, I've got different problems to them. I mean, I've got young children. I've got the problems of babysitting, of people looking after children. My wife works, so I don't see her problems any greater than mine. Sure, she's got to have time off to have babies, which again, it's you know, it's a bit iffy, I think, all that. But as for her everyday problems, now she's got the baby, I can't see her problems any different to mine. And I don't see why she should be treated any different.
I was looking after Charlie full-time at that point, and he was going everywhere with me, so that was that, and Charlie's part of me, he's mine. I'm not ashamed of having Charlie, and so it just seemed natural, so. I was really nervous. I mean, I think I was stammering, wasn't I?
Right, this is what they like, this is the Rev Watch. Carol Harrison, not recruit, our new member. And Charlie, little boy.
Charlie.
Okay.
Yes, don't say anything about him being called Charlie. I had enough stick about that.
Ian, cup of tea.
Yeah, my cup of tea.
What's the tea?
His headache.
Sorry. Have a seat,
yeah, thanks, How old's Charlie, Carol?
He's 3.5 months now. Is he? Sent him out already.
Sorry?
Sent him out already.
Yeah. What was it like at East Hampton? Oh, don't you remember?
See, I was there for 3 tours, and then I found out I was pregnant, so I haven't really had any operational experience, put it that way.
Yeah, going to get a lot here. Bloody deadly lately, so quiet.
Is it? I heard it was busy.
She commented earlier. It's the same time.
Give Carol a Wellington sticker for Charlie.
No.
They was as flabbergasted as I was. It's not something we do is handle babies very often. Although we all do it privately. But, you know, they soon took it in their stride and started talking to her and messing around with the baby. As if it was like a family reunion, really.
Which means embarrassed.
See?
Another light.
Don't start whimpering now.
A woman has entered a man's world, and there'll be a few surprises ahead.
Quite muscularly, spine.
If they get any water in it, don't forget they got a crew at the front, tell them.
Yeah, it's a crew at the front.
Yeah, yeah.
putting the flames out can take just seconds. The real battle starts with the smoke. Thick and suffocating, this can be the killer. They can hardly see more than a foot in front, but someone may be inside.
You were first in Beck. What was it like?
Well, it wasn't a tremendous amount of fire in here at the time. I think it had mostly burnt out. Must have been bottled up for quite some time. It was just basically along this wall and round the doorway to the back there.
So what did you do?
Well, I just knocked down the fire that we could see. Just tried to find our way upstairs just to search, basically.
Did you know it was derelict when you came here?
It did say on the call slip that it was derelict, yeah. But you can never sort of rule out that there'll be people in here.
Just on the lock, it's hardly anything. That's it. What have you, sir?
Do your baby shed. I'll do your baby shed. Or a coke. I'll browse off, yeah.
Carol lives just minutes away. She comes already dressed for her first day as a firefighter at Kingsland.
Major.
I found it quite difficult to begin with, being around all men, just because I'd spent a year being totally surrounded by females, really. Being the whole birth experience and being around other pregnant women and other mothers, and then coming back to this. No, I've never actually sat down and thought about being in an all-male club and being the only woman in an all-male club. It's more about individual personalities and that.
I mean, the pictures of page 3 women on the lockers doesn't worry you?
No. Why should it? I mean, why should I come here and change that? I mean, they're going to be who they are. I wouldn't like them to feel that they had to change on my account, really. It doesn't bother me.
Runner's legs, though. Runner's legs.
I mean, I've never worked in the job with a woman. Sure, I was a bit concerned whether, when we would accept her, would she accept us? I mean, you know yourself, the firemen here, we're like firemen everywhere, you know. There's lots of things going on, and it's not the gentlest place in the world. Could she accept it?
I'd be nervous. I'd be nervous. I mean, absolutely.
Extra long leggings.
Carol's struggle to become a firefighter has only just begun.
What are you laughing at, eh?
Nothing. Nothing at all.
Fire continues next week at the same time.
Have you got a balcony here? No, it's not. No. That's what I'll do that myself here. We've got to let the... Yeah, you've got to be more careful with that, because if you go asleep...
What the hell is going on here? I fell asleep.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's how fire starts, so everything going on.
Are you having trouble with the squatting, are you?
Well, this is just an example photo of it.
Is it? Have you reported it to the council?
Well, we did. They put the board up outside the door and he's taking it off. It's just not good enough. They should do something else instead of something stupid as that.
Did you dial 999?
I did, yes.
You saw the smoke coming up through your door?
Yeah, just smell it in the kitchen.
Have you been worried about the flat being used by squatters?
Yeah. I've seen things happen across the road with squatters already, and we don't want the same thing happening here as well. But what can we do?
Anything come of that helicopter landing then? What was that about, Mick?
Anal.
What was it?
Wall bracing bar. Short.
Mick, what was that helicopter?
It's a big
thing with a thing on the top that goes round, but that's not important right now.
Get me a chopper with a winch on it. I'm going to say that on one day. Who said that famous line? I want a chopper, a winch and 2 volunteers. Steve McQueen, Terran Inferno. It's my dream to say that. Mick can volunteer, what do you think? Ton?
Yeah, right.
The watch depend on each other, but some don't want to depend on a woman, especially a woman as slight as Carol.
Her main drawback is her actual physical stature. She's got bags of enthusiasm. You need a fair bit of common sense, but you've got to have a little bit of physical strength, a bit of bulk, and she's sadly lacking in that department. And she's got a problem. I mean, she's a young lady, and she doesn't want to end up being like a Russian weightlifter. You know? So she's going to have to come to some agreement with herself and get to a size where she's going to carry her weight, if you like. I'm talking about doing simple things like smashing the door down.
Trying to get your body back in shape after 4 months after having a baby is hard enough, let alone to come back to something so physical as this.
Were you nervous about the thought of coming to Kingsland?
I was really happy to be posted here because it was completely convenient for me. But I'm nervous about coming back to work, yes I was.
Oh, see? Dealing. Is that like a junkie or what?
Yeah. Say? Yeah, I don't say I've never done that anymore.
2 teeth. Never make me tea.
No,
never make me cup of tea.
Things are changing, Mandy, all right? Yeah. Anyway, has anyone else not heard me Tommy Cooper yet?
Go on then, go on.
Anyway, Tommy Cooper goes and buys all this surfing, not surfing, the scuba diving gear.
Oh, yeah.
Surfing gear. I think it's brilliant. You've got to imagine Tommy Cooper saying it, right?
Yeah.
Isn't he? Yes.
That's
what
what
really
I can't
say,
see him
but-
saying it, can
He's got the goggles.
With little maggots coming out his face.
He's got goggles, the tank,
Yeah.
So he's he gets in the water cylinder, jumps in the water, goes straight down, 150 feet down, right? He gets down the bottom, he starts giving it some of that. See, I couldn't give it none of that because I've got the instructions in there. Tommy Cooper.
It's a long way up.
Yeah.
Can't see it though.
In the lift! We'll be out in a minute! Why aren't you at school?
I've got no teacher.
You got no teacher? Sign of the times, isn't it? You're not very tall, are you?
No.
She's about 6 inches tall, then.
Yeah, she doesn't look too short, does she?
Just hurry up.
Just hurry up.
Well, where are you going? Well, is the power off?
Right.
Yeah, I've got the door open, yeah.
What's she say? Make sure the power's off.
What, you can't wind it?
No winding gear.
All right. Be a little delay, Elaine. There'll be a little delay. We should have you out by about Wednesday. I think it's Wednesday.
We should have right to then,
It's
shouldn't we?
Thursday.
Oh, is it? Oh, it's next week then.
Here you go.
Here we go.
Don't thank God. Thank Steve Hicks. Whoa!
One step.
Thank you. A bit tight.
That's it, not long.
He's only get that face.
Oh, look, what, door service? Door service?
Thank you.
See you later, Elaine.
You'll be doing exactly the same things as us. You'll be part of the watch, and the only thing you won't do is go to fires, okay? So that means you'll do mess duties, you'll do watch rooms.
We will be treating you as a recruit, so we'll be asking you, you'll be doing everything, unfortunately. That's going to be a lot of work, a very lot of work.
I'm prepared for that.
Yeah.
Okay, now just one other thing is toilet facilities, okay? Now, not making any special arrangements for you. You're not being designated any special toilets or anything like that. You'll have to make your own arrangements on the toilet. We've got plenty of toilets around. So if you use them, just make sure you lock the doors, okay? Right, is there anything you want to say?
Kind of concerned about my fitness. So it's 4 months since I had a baby and a year off before that, being pregnant.
Yeah.
And I've been working on it, but I really like to build up some strength, you know.
Yeah, there is a designated time for you using the multi gym. You'll be given every facility to use it more often than anybody else, okay? It's obviously going to be a problem because you're very slight build anyway, so you're going to have to work hard.
It'll get tougher. I mean, they were telling me not to strain myself. I mean, everybody's been telling me to take it at an even pace because if you go too mad, you just end up damaging yourself, so.
Do you think it's tougher for a woman?
I don't know. I mean, for me, talking from personal experience, I mean, what I find difficult is, like, I'm not that big anyway. So in terms of strength and stuff, you have to work quite hard. Or I have to. But, I mean, other than that, I don't think it's hard, I know. It's not so much being a woman, it's more kind of things like my height, you know. I mean, it's quite hard to slip and pitch the ladder because you've got to climb up to get it down, you know.
Drills is somewhere where we find out about each other, a place to make mistakes, and Carol made an awful lot, and I was frankly extremely disappointed. I was a bit concerned about her safety really on the fire ground. You know, she was definitely a liability and it was a dangerous situation.
Yep. I didn't have a clue what I was doing. Trying to remember how to do a knot, or roll out a length of hose, or lift up a ladder, but I mean, and it made me realise just how much work I've got to do, and that I want it done as quickly as possible, really. I think they all do too.
We pitched the ladder wrong, it was slow getting water, it was just a bad drill. And quite often we would stop a drill, but it was so bad, I just wanted to see if it would improve, but it didn't.
Carol soon realises just how weak she still is after the birth of her son Charlie. The watch just notice her mistakes.
Go on, 5 foot, Harrison. Close this over, mate. Go move, man. Come on, 5 foot, Harrison. Pull that hose. Come on, 5 foot, Harrison, get that nose clear of the ladder before somebody falls over.
She was obviously bewildered at first, which was understandable. She was wandering around, she didn't know what to do. And I think at the end she was very, very tired. Right, suffice to say the drill was abysmal. The make-up was 10 times better than the drill. Any comments? Firefighter Harrison. I know this is retraining and it is all very strange. You've got to look round to see what's to be done. When you've done something, you don't stand and watch. Get stuck in.
That was horrendous. That really was horrendous. And to come have that time off and to come back here and with all the extra added stress and strain of parting with Charlie, with having a bad time at home, of all the arrangements it took just to even get to work, and then suddenly I was at work and having to think about drills, which I hadn't thought about for a year, and yeah, it was a nightmare.
I mean, if we go to a fire, if we go to a substantial fire, you do work hard for a long time, and you do need physical strength. Just using the equipment, I mean, the length of Charles hose, you try pulling that along, it weighs an awful lot. Lifting that ladder, they're very, very heavy, and you do need a lot of physical strength, and a lot of endurance.
She's got quite a tough few weeks ahead.
Oh, indeed, yes. Yeah. Very, very tough. It's going to be a telling time. If she wants to succeed, she's going to have to work very, very hard. Well, my brief is to see that she does come through. But if she doesn't, then I'm afraid she's going to be disappointed. But we give her every encouragement. We want her to succeed. We want to help her. And but as you say, it's going to be very hard for her.
She was cooking chips late at night. Yeah. It's just a chip pan that's gone off, but there was a lot of smoke in there. When we got here, the boy was out, but the woman was still in there. We dragged her out. She's all right, but we've got the ambulance because she may need a back picture. What's that?
Like all recruits, Carol is the butt of practical jokes.
Not yet, but answer it. So could you go and get Peter White? When she comes like Carol, this is for you. Give it to her. Oh, she There's a call for you as well there, Cat. Hello? Right. Carol, why did you come in here and tell me that this is for me? Hey? I'll be in. The winder off their watch. I'll be in. Carol, will you come all the way out here and tell me that the fun's for me? I'll waste a lot of energy at home. You did tell me some me, though. No, not me. Hello? Yeah, I'll get him right now. Excuse me.
An officer also gets a non-existent phone call.
Diana, some of the Austria. You messing about with that phone?
You seem to have escaped any initiation tests.
Yeah, that has been noticed by a lot of people. So. they can't exactly pull down my trousers and stick things up my bum. They can't do it, so, which is mostly what most initiation things seem to be about. So, I mean, they can't do that because there's things that they can't do which would be might be misconstrued as harassment. So, I think that they've been quite wary.
They're a bit careful about that.
Yeah.
You're probably relieved.
You're telling me. Yeah.
You had the soaking one day.
Yeah. It was token, I think. I think they wanted to get Steve, not me.
This building was reported as an alleged fire, like namely the fire exits are locked, no fire extinguishers, and I've got some stuff that we've done. Alright. Have you got any fire exits in here? On this part of the building? Yeah. Fire out back, That's the fire exit. That is the fire exit. That's what they call it. This trapdoor. Jeez. And it's locked. Well, that padlock. I know it's not locked, but it is actually preventing you from opening that exit, isn't it? And you've got all that stuff on it, and that's. Let's have a look. See if you can open it.
You can open it. Yes. We tried it a couple of times.
Is that the handle there?
Yes, it's the handle. And it's the staircase there.
So where does that go to then?
That goes down to the next firm,
the
isn't it?
next firm, yes. Or you can go up to the next floor.
And that's their fire exit, no doubt.
Yeah.
People don't understand the dangers of fire and smoke, especially. People just treat it, with disrespect fire safety completely. If there was any smoke, people don't realise that smoke is so dangerous. In minutes, seconds. You turn around in smoke, coughing and spluttering, you don't know where you are.
That should be unlocked at all times that people are in it.
During the work?
And this,
I see, yes.
this stock stacked up against it.
Okay, fine, yeah.
Anthony, you alright? Yeah. Now every morning that should be done.
You're already here.
See, that if you had a fire and someone opened that door, they'd...
Onu
binanın
sahibi düşünmesi lazım, değil mi? That was like that when they moved in.
It's okay. Because in a fire, because people can open it, your employees, the first thing they're going to do with a fire, open this door and try and get out there, and they're going to fall, what, 40, 50 feet to their death. Without a doubt, it is no laughing matter with it.
No, I'm sorry,
Yeah? Are all your employees being told that that's the fire exit? Yeah. See, that doesn't constitute a fire exit. It really doesn't. It's of no use whatsoever, really.
When constructed, this building did satisfy existing fire regulations.
But we can't do anything with that premises because the English law is not retrospective. You may consider that is perhaps dangerous, but we can't enforce new laws on old premises until the structural change or the use of the premises is altered.
So presumably there may be several industrial buildings in your area which you cannot really touch.
You don't have to presume it, there are.
this was one of them. Small family businesses like this one are not included in most fire legislation.
What's that floor up there? It ain't too safe.
In there?
Hot.
You look roasting.
Yeah.
What's happening in there?
Fire in the first. Gone up the stairwell. They can't get access to the top floor because the stairs are full up with packing cases. So the TL's gone in through the top now.
If your wife was on the first or even the second floor here, and a serious fire broke out on this floor here, she was unaware of it because you haven't got a fire alarm, you might have gone out to dinner, you might have closed the door, yeah? If she wanted to escape, she couldn't escape down that staircase because of the fire, but the other staircase you've got up the top, which leads across the roof and would lead her to safety, is blocked. So you've rendered it ineffective by storing goods along that passageway.
The problem is that this is our season, you know, and we're getting more delivery than suspected.
You've only got one life, haven't you? If you block that up and you get a fire here, you'll be very sorry, aren't you? Of course. Yeah? It's just a point of thinking. We all like to make money, yeah? But you can't make money when you're dead, can you? So what I'm saying to you, if you have more people working here, you'd be infringing on fire regulations. Okay, by blocking your exits. All right, because it's your family that works here, we've got no legislation on it. What I'm asking you is when you start up again, just think about it. Don't block your exits, always keep them clear. And make sure that you can open the door at the top. Because it might be your life that's up there. It may be you that's trapped. All right?
Next week, the final stage of Carol Harrison's attempt to become a firefighter.
You're watching Thames Television from London.
Yes, don't say anything about him being called Charlie. I had enough stick about that.
Suddenly they're working with a female. It's going to be different.
A woman has joined Red Watch.
She's not going to take over the mess. I'm not going to get any old washing up and all that, you know.
Carol Harrison has much to prove in this man's world. Is she strong enough to succeed?
Well, the wind isn't helping. It's now venting through the roof, so that's helping to fan it along into... They're desperately trying to stop it spreading into the other wing. That's the main priority at the moment. Have we got about 4 or 5 crews up there with jets at the moment, and another crew going up the stairs. But they're having a bloody hard fight up there trying to stop it, and it's getting serious. Yeah.
Drop your tallies in.
Get out quick, get out, go down. Just inside those doors there, that loud hissing noise. That loud hissing noise you can hear, that's cylinders letting off, right? There's a great danger they could go bang, so we're going to have to get in there with spray jets and anti-flash gear and try to aim that. If that goes, that's going to cause a bigger problem. All right. Yeah, we know that. Put that to your side there, yeah? You're off pulling it. I think you're better off pulling out, you know. Yeah, no, look. But I'm not happy about you going any further with those two behind you, right?
It's the job in here. It's the job in here, no?
Yeah, it connects all along that floor there, right? You've got another crew about...
Officer Liam Hackett is used to tension like this. He recently won the highest bravery award for rescuing a man from the top of an electricity pylon. He is also a union representative concerned about the impact of stress. There was bravery at King's Cross underground disaster. Later came the stress. And the £34,000 compensation paid to 4 firefighters has provoked much debate.
The brigade has not employed 6 counsellors, 6 trained counsellors, because they thought it'd be a good idea, let's spend some money, let's pay them a salary and get them to do nothing. They're there for a bloody real reason, and the real reason is people are going down with stress.
What I don't agree is about this payment, what people have got.
But do you know what those individuals went through? Were you at King's Cross?
No.
Well, a couple of us did go.
Yeah.
Although we weren't involved with the initial attendance like they were, and the fact that they found the people and whatever. I mean, I know it sounds a bit callous to say, but me and Les, Peter White's there, I think, we see a load of bodies all wrapped up in salvage sheets and all that. You know?
How far do you go? That's the thing. I mean, as Andy said, when you do turn out from there, you've got to expect that sort of thing. And I mean, nobody enjoys it. It's not a pleasant sensation, but it's part of your job. Every situation, certainly the emergency situation, is in inverted commas stressful, tension, whatever. The problem is people are unable to lose that stress. They're unable to get rid of it. And I've always found that when you come across anything like that, you come back to the station and you do laugh and joke about it, and you are callous, and you swear, and you're generally very nasty, if you like. But that's the way that firemen get rid of it.
I'm sorry, Nick. I just do not accept that. We're all macho types, and we can brush it off. That just does not hold water.
Yeah, I would think what you say there is right. But as has been said before, the amount of money that these people have now been awarded, what is
It's
that
advisory
for?
amount. The union was trying to establish a principle, and it's a terribly important principle for all you to think about. And I'm not saying for you to kick the arses out of the system or anything else, but it's for you to recognise that you don't have to sit around here laughing and joking about it, that there is an avenue for you to go along, in law now even.
To me, stress is, as I've said here loads of times, is having 3 or 4 kids, bills to pay, food to buy, and no job. That's stress. We've all got a job. We've all got a job to do, and we all know what we're going to expect. And if you can't handle it, I'm sorry, you're going to accuse me of being macho, and I don't think I am macho. If you can't handle it, on your bike.
No, I would accuse you of being
being a dinosaur.
Insensitive, perhaps.
Iggsy, get in the kitchen. It won't put you under no stress.
Oh, the people are swearing at
I'm stressed. I can't stand it no more. I want to kill him.
Stop, man! I'm having a help with such
stress in the kitchen, all the ice in the potato.
No, wait, do not fall over. What about Firefighter Harrison?
Well, from you know, looking on the fact that she's only done a few drills here, she's getting caught out a little bit. But yeah, she's trying. I mean, people are helping her, and she's trying.
Carol's enthusiasm is not enough. Every night, more mistakes. Red Watch question her strength and her ability.
We made a little bit of progress, and then we started to run into a brick wall because it was just all mounting up for her.
Clovage on the bottom.
And she was getting... You only had to mention the word drills, and you could almost see her visibly shake.
Come on, let's hear some noise at the top.
I didn't actually really know what I was doing, and every time I made a mistake, I felt bad about, even more bad about it myself, and that made things worse. And in turn, the drills went even more badly, basically. So.
Come on, there should be plenty of fuss on that second floor.
Finally, it's decided Carol will have to return to training school. Carol feels she has failed. The Watch feel they have failed.
Personally, I think it's the best thing, probably, that she's gone back to training school. That's what the training instructors get paid for, isn't it? They can evaluate her better than we could, I suppose. No, that's what, yeah, but it is. It's what they get paid for. I believe that they, yeah, she'll be on the run a lot quicker now than if we would have just carried on as we would have.
Do you want her to come back?
Oh, yeah, yeah. Without a doubt, she was a nice person.
Yeah, we all do. We miss that, you know.
No, it's yeah.
We miss her.
We
Who said that? Oh, Johnny Martin, well, that was...
Mark Smith.
Ian, you think there's some places women shouldn't be, and frankly, the fire brigade is not a place for women in your view, is it?
I can't answer that. I'd like to say I'm in part of this defence. You can't answer that because it might make you look like a right.
I really don't think they're strong enough, really.
That's the only thing that I can possibly... I'd only agree on him on one thing, and that was, in Carol's case, that matter. She was very small. She openly admits that.
Can't it?
She openly admits
that. It's got to be quite important. You've got to kick a door down, or especially if you're riding only falling machine. No disrespect to her at all as a person, but like she's not strong. She's not strong enough.
But you can't say that every woman that joins the fire service is no good. That's only what management have created.
Job is compensated for by introducing women into the service. They've said, well, we will have women into it. We will make it equal opportunities, but we'll make it a job that they can do. And they've done that to the detriment of the service.
In what have they
done?
We've got a window cleaners ladder down there.
My opinion's still the same. And no disrespect to the girl at all. Quite a nice person. I don't think that will be in the job.
Come on, son. Back now!
Red Watch spent £20 on their display. Hackney Council spent £3,000, and theirs was slightly better organised. This display is at an empty warehouse. The firefighters suspected a stray firework was the culprit.
This place is full of chemicals, apparently. We've got lads getting towed up on that.
A chemical factory next door is also at risk.
Get round here as well, otherwise we're going to get cut off round the back here, look.
You asked me to send LEB, shut down. Just send. I don't know which gentleman it was. They're urgent attendance, they're coming.
I'll go on. Take it on board, Dad, alright?
Carol's back at training school where she started nearly 2 years ago. She'd begun to think of giving up.
I did spend a few days pondering what I was doing. Oh, I cried my heart out. But I thought I would give it a bash at training centre and see how that goes. And that went quite well.
We do subject all recruits to the most strenuous, consistent work, both mentally and physically. They may have to encounter casualties, removal of casualties from very difficult surroundings, in concealed spaces, very confined, hot, humid conditions. And that takes its toll.
Now, it seems she's passed out of here. She's about to go back to Red Watch at Kingsland. Presumably it'd be unfair of anyone there to now say she can't do it.
I would say that would be totally unfair. Yes, she wouldn't be going here tomorrow if it wasn't the case. And I think she'll make a very good contribution to her watch.
You've got no doubt she can be a reliable firefighter?
No doubt whatsoever.
All right, Carol. People all around you, Carol. Just hold still for a second. Wait until Dave comes down.
What about going back to Red Watch? There's some people who are on that watch who are clearly very keen that you should succeed.
Yeah, I mean, I get on with them, I hope, well, as far as I know. And I mean, I'm looking forward to it. I mean, I enjoyed my time there, so, yeah. I'm glad they kept my place open, you know, they needn't have done that, so it was pretty good.
There are one or two who perhaps think that women shouldn't be firefighters.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's one or two everywhere, you know. You're not going to come across a whole watch with wide-opening, welcoming arms, are you? So, I mean, you're going to come across that anywhere.
How do they
and
treat...
they seem pretty keen, actually, more so than elsewhere, so...
Did they help you at all?
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of them did. Yeah.
I don't know why people should actually stereotype women, because it's wrong. I mean, if she can do the job, and she's a woman, it doesn't make no difference at all.
Oh.
Yeah.
And you're pretty sure that she can?
She can definitely do the job, definitely. I mean, I'd have her as my second man behind me, no problem. Even my front man. Woman, I should personally say.
Carol has made it back to Red Watch.
And I did think we got some message.
You what?
Can we go there? You start in the motor room,
Tell him he owes you 10p for the phone call. We won't know it, don't cost nothing.
Funny thing about lifts, it's always easier to wind them up than it is down, unless you've got the lift is overloaded. To me, ideally, this should be the council's job.
We are heroes.
They don't do it.
I mean, this is a blinding job, best job I've had, honestly. It was hard, it was really difficult to start off with. I struggled so hard just to even get here. And I'm finally doing actually what I wanted to be doing, which was operational firefighting. And I've only just begun. I mean, there's like loads of things to learn yet.
Peter, what's the problem there? Is it a bit stiff, that, or...?
Yeah, it's got the brakes are very stiff on it. We can only just about get it off.
OK, who's winding it?
Carol.
We'll tell her she's got about another 6 foot to go.
She says she's trying her best, Gov.
That's what they all say. You reckon you could step out of that? Yeah, all right. OK, knock off, mate, that. Thanks very much. All right?
You're just going to leave the lift there?
Yeah, going to leave the lift there.
Oh,
there you go.
thank
all
you.
Right? Yeah, look at that. Last half of the lift. All right, thanks very much.
Do you think Carol being here has made you change any of your attitudes or thoughts?
No. I can't honestly say that this is going to be a job that any woman could walk into. I think it's not a job that any man can walk into, no more than any man can walk into another job. I mean, I couldn't be a miner or something like that. And I just think it takes a certain type of person to be in this job, and there's not many women, I think, who share a fireman's mentality, if you like. We do see a lot of things, some of it not very pleasant. We do some very unpleasant things. And I'm not saying that they can't do it, because obviously there are. I mean, there's 20, 30 lady firefighters in the job now. And I'm not saying they can't do it. I just think generally it's not a job for a woman.
Yeah. Right now, sorry.
Lift.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. Now, when you was in training school, you was taught to put a body down properly, yeah?
Yeah.
Right, okay.
It's always going to be a struggle for me. Yeah, I mean, I'm always going to have to be working out in the gym as long as I'm working to be of any use, I suppose. But I mean, that's part of why I enjoy it. It's a challenge for me.
What's your name? You got a little bit tangled up. You got a kettle?
There's a water on that jet.
You jet? Got a jelly? You water on? All right, then you got a tally, eh? You got a tally, eh? Alan? Where's your towel? Tally's up there. All right. You got a what? Watch yourself, baby. You got a water in here. Your water's coming, yeah? Your water's going to get in the front. Are you for the roof? Knock it down. Far corner. All right, come in again. You see that water there?
There's a crew going in there. There's one jet. Just say no, another jet now. Yeah. Just waiting for the brass.
Just want to connect up there.
And, don't get too close there, Jimmy. Yeah, it is connected, Jim.
By the tap there. Can you smell gas in there?
I can't.
Start looking for a gas main, because there's definitely a gas main gone. I can smell it. Yeah, it's here. We've got a gas main gone.
Gas main?
Yep.
Is it much?
Don't all crowd around it, just a couple of you. Get a ladder up and see if you can knock that off. All right, Tony?
Everything he earned all his life he's put into this.
Really?
He's stunned. Breaking my heart, I don't know what he's doing to him. He's worked every hour God give him. He will never, he's not at the age to be able to do it again now, is he?
Can I ask how many years it's taken you to build this up?
All my life, really.
I picked this building out for him. Is it not, babe?
What?
I picked this building out for you, do you remember?
Yeah.
I went, see that, you're going to add that. He went, I could never afford that. I went, you are. The way you work, you're going to add that. And he got it. And I decorated it. And I went out and got the furniture, didn't I?
Looks like a write-off, really, isn't it?
I won't tell you.
Carol is finally accepted by Red Watch. There will be trials ahead, but the Watch are determined to see her succeed. They have allowed a woman into their world.
Well, I think they've been tremendous. I mean, they're still raucous, they're still balding, they're still everything they were before. That hasn't changed one bit, and yet they still managed to incorporate Carol in there and helped her a great deal along the way.
Carol! Carol! Where is she?
Come on!
I've come! Phone's gone down! How'd you work it? How'd you work it? Oh my God! Where is she? Okay. Where's Carol?
Having said that, of course, that's been possible because of Carol's attitude. She's come here, she's determined that she wants to be a firefighter, and she's kept that in her mind, and she knows that she's got to fit in with us. We haven't got to fit in with her.
Nothing of the sort.
I can't fault them at all, really, because all of them have gone out of their way to help me when they can. Hopefully they'll just get so used to me that they won't care what they do when they're around me, and it'll all be all right.
She's not going to get the sack unless she's so outrageous. So we want to make her as good a fireman as firefighter as possible. That's for our benefit as well as our own, because we've got to rely on her.
I really enjoy it. I really do. Well, it's more than just a job, isn't it? It's not like any other job because you have more close association, I suppose, with the people you're working with, and they're really funny. I mean, you must have noticed this. It's just half of it is just to enjoy being here. So yeah, it's really good.
There's a woman trapped in this mangled car, a job for firefighters trained in emergency rescue. The roof is being cut off to give room to work. Once it was smash and grab, get the victims out and off to hospital. But that technique can kill. Now the rescue and medical teams work closely together. The woman will only be moved when there's no risk of intensifying her injuries.
They're putting an extrication device on the young lady to stabilise the spine, cervical and thoracic spine, and then we're waiting to cut one more seat back bracket. We'll bring her back, withdrawing her legs from the footwell, and she can be lifted out intact on the seats.
Couldn't you take her out before now?
Well, if we did, there's a chance of compromising injuries. We suspect breaks to the left femur and the lower limbs. And with breaks of that nature, you can expect perhaps the ball joint of the hip and also the pelvic region, which are major injuries as such, and we don't want to aggravate bleeding and nerve damage. So we're taking all the precautions we can.
Don't touch her left leg. Don't touch her left leg. Don't touch her left leg.
The ambulance man here was extended trained, and he was able to keep a monitor on her blood pressure at all times. He infused the casualty, so there, you know, the circulatory support was there. So the casualty was maintained throughout.
Oh, Dad!
The screams are a good sign. Silence is worrying.
That's away. That's away. That's away. Yes, her feet are free. That's away now, isn't it?
She has a severely fractured arm and leg and will spend several weeks in hospital.
No support on left leg.
There's no doubting the dedication of the rescue teams. There is doubt about their present training and equipment. Some say the plans to update these are long overdue.
Equipment there, simple equipment like a little pedal cutter, which is a small shears, would have been ideal for cutting the seat brackets underneath and a pedal. And also, power rams would have made the space much easier and much faster. That lady was in that position, in my estimation, I've got 23 years experience, I would say 30 minutes. That was prolonged by the simple fact we didn't have the correct equipment. And this is not an isolated incident.
I mean, the vans, the rescue vehicles which you've got, I mean, they look pretty antiquated to an outsider.
That's not my word for it. They are. I would say that is morally wrong. The state of our equipment, the state of our appliances, that is morally wrong. There is an issue here, and it's not my bone of contention as such. It should be the country's, it should be the people in this country that sits up and takes notice.
Okay, and now down into the squat position. Okay, back to touching your toes, bringing your feet in slowly. Okay, explain 3 exercises. Basically, that's one, that's one, and that's the other one. All right?
Stuart Bayford is trained to work on the emergency rescue tenders, or ETs as they're known. There are only 6 ETs in London. One is presently based here at Euston Fire Station.
It's the philosophy of this watch anyway, and certainly it's becoming a philosophy of the brigade. The bloke should be fit. We owe it to the public, really. You know, I mean, they accept that we spend some time sitting around doing nothing. You know, they have a right to expect us to be reasonably competent with our equipment and be reasonably fit, because if you're not fit, then you're not going to be very competent with your equipment for long, because you can be tired.
Right.
We enter a contract, don't we, with the public. We're fit, we're good with our equipment. We invent a lot of work for ourselves to justify our existence sometimes, but when we're called upon, we've got to be, you know, we've got to do the business, so to speak.
Euston's rescue team is highly experienced. Greenwatch have worked at rail disasters like Moorgate and Clapham, but sometimes smaller incidents are the most challenging.
Right, boys, you might have a bit of fuss with me. FM from Alpha 236, status 3, over. See what we've got.
The driver is unconscious.
Right out, stretch it right out. You might as well. Are you doing anything in the back, Nick? Are you supporting? Yeah? Here, boys. The ambulance man wants the chair out. All right, he's coming out in the chair. He's obviously got a back problem, so we'll go for that. Yeah, get the bits. I always like to sort of first of all check to make sure they've got one of the collars on. The ambulance men have put a collar on, so we haven't got to worry too much about movement. I like to check to make sure the feet aren't wrapped around the pedals. I like to have the roof off at the drop of a hat usually, because it gives us thinking time as far as our tactics are concerned for extrication. You all right, fella? You hang on in there. Yeah, can you see down there? Have you got it ready, boys? Yeah? Yes, all right, I'm just getting them ready. Well, let's, he was suffering from a suspected back injury, so he had to stay in the seat at all costs. So in that sense, he wasn't trapped, but it was just an awkward extrication. If you could just tell us on his condition, otherwise we won't worry about it, so we'll just have to... He's fine at the moment. You're happy, yeah? All right, boys. That's it, mate. You hang on in there, boy.
The ambulance team keep a constant check on his breathing.
Can you sort out the spreaders out there? I've got a spreader. I've got a spreader right now. Will he be able to cut it with the whole metro off the pump ladder? Do you want to get the other one out of the way first? Give yourself a bit of room, son, that's it. You all right, fella? Anytime you're not happy, mate, we'll just get him out in the stretcher. All right. Have you got a cutter there handy anyway, waiting? We probably don't need to, but while we're waiting here, you might as well. I can't get there, Mick. You'll have to get in the back and actually... Can you open the rear window so that he can put his feet out if he wants to get comfortable? Yeah? That should be it. It's good to do the simple things, like if you can actually move the seat itself, then do so. Yeah? I mean, it's all very well cutting the steering wheel, but you look a bit of a Burke when you cut the steering wheel off and then you can move the seat back 6 inches. Lovely, lovely. How you doing then, Mickey boy? Stretch it right out. Stretch it right out. You might as well... Are you doing anything in the back, Mick? Are you supporting? Yeah? Right. Yeah, so... how is he, mate? He's fine. He's through the ground. Go on, my son. Go on. Give it some shit. Go on, where you go. Keep going. Keep going. Bite it. Go on. Go on, you. We're almost there, Lee. Is that the last one? Yeah. Okay. Tell you what, mate. Release. Out. Close. Lever. We're going to lever it up to get ready for the reaction, all right? So put it in. Wait there, so give us 2 seconds. Try not to let it twist, mate. Oh, that's it. Right. Now release. So you're telling me now we're free, yeah? Yes. How is he, fella? He's fine. Try to keep him in line. That's the whole idea, keeping him in the seat in the first place. Okay, son, move that out. Well done, done well there. You done shit up there. Is that the last one, Nick? That's gone through. Grab that. He was quiet. We were concerned about the casualty, but the ambulance men kept us briefed on his condition, so he was happy, so I was happy.
Hang on, let the ambulance man take his head out first if you can. Right, he's through. Jump level with the bed and just have to take it from us and then out the car. Right, there. Alright. Where do you want it?
Bring you up this way, try to keep it back or something.
Hold on a sec.
It seemed to go reasonably well. We had 1 or 2 hitches, obviously you always do, but I think it took us about 25 minutes, so the ambulance men said they wanted a chap in the left in the seat, as you know, so we just went for it.
This young man had a remarkable escape and made a quick recovery.
Yeah, thanks a lot. It's, while the ambulance people were happy leaving him there, we might just as well cut the chair out and away you go. Okay. Thank the boys when you get back.
With the ET RTA, especially at the weekends, Friday night, Saturday night, I generally pick up at least one good one. As you know, we get chemical incidents as well we go on to, and things that they don't quite know how to classify, but except under the general term of special service.
You say good one, by that you mean a challenge?
Well, yeah, I mean where the lads have actually got to get to work and get their fingers out and do something. And it's great because it's a buzz afterwards. If it goes well, everyone's happy.
So how long have you been doing the ET, Stuart?
Well, I personally have been doing it roughly 3 years.
Why did you want to do it?
Well, I've always wanted to get a fairly rounded assessment of what firemen do. Yeah. I've done the aerial stuff, the turntable ladders and the hydraulic platforms, obviously the general driving and being a fireman. So I felt that the only thing left now was the ET, so I've come back to Euston, which is where I started off. I went up to Paddington for 6 years and come back, come home if you like.
Have you done any good fires when you were before this?
Before Euston?
Yes.
Well, up at Paddington, I mean, it's always been a good ground, so we had a few fair fires up there. The best I ever had on the ladders was London Street off of Braid Street, and I always remember that after, out of all the fires that I've had up there, that was about 2 o'clock in the morning, sort of the classic. You know, the time was right, multiple calls. As you're approaching it, and you can smell the smoke. When you come to the turning, there's people sort of waving to you, beckoning you on. So, you know, the adrenaline's flowing, you know you've got something, the machine's put up in the right order. Pump ladder, TL, pump. There's people hanging out the window, people waving, people screaming. And they were cheering and going ooh and ahs, and every time somebody got on the ladder and they were brought down, they were clapping. It's quite unreal really, but great fun. And the buzz, I mean, that's what it's all about, that's what you do it for. We're all schoolboys at heart. Boys' own stuff, isn't it, really? It was a great fire, everything went well, nobody lost their lives, there's quite a few people rescued via ladders or the internal staircase. A good fire, happy ending that one.
No, probably the only one I'll remember is like my first night, when the bloke sitting next to me didn't come back on a fire engine. He got trapped under about 3 floors of rubble. And that was it, he died. He'd gone into a room, they was searching for a few people, and a water tank in the roof gave way, crashed onto the next floor, went down on the next floor and just buried 3 or 4 firemen. And he was the unlucky one.
And that was your first night?
First night, yeah.
Frightening story.
To be quite honest, at the time I was thoroughly enjoying myself, but it goes wrong, and it went wrong in the wrong way, especially for the bloke.
Did you think about giving up then?
Surprising enough, no, I didn't. Well, I just wanted to be a fireman and that was it.
Because it's a great crack. I mean, if you're actually busy and you achieve something, you feel some sort of sense of professionalism. If you, I know because people are professional, but it's nice, you know, when you do something with your mates respect you, you respect your mates, and you have a laugh, you take the piss out of each other. You think, God, they're paying us for this as well. You know, it really is a bonus.
If anything is under the wheel, it's normally flat, so the minimum amount of clearance is required to remove it. We do on occasions get persons which have jumped, tangled up around this as well. So the procedure for freeing anybody there is the same as if they're trapped underneath the wheel, placing the jack on the front corner of the truck and raising the truck up. We've now gone up with our jacks, right? We have got sufficient room to free whatever's trapped underneath it. Okay? Now, the most important part of it is once you've freed the body or whatever it is, place the body down in the suicide pit, but before you make any other move at all, put your wheels back down onto the track. That will ensure then of your safety.
Do you find the people who have jumped or been pushed or under the train normally in one position or one?
All sorts. Any amount of varied positions. The human body, I think this is the one time you find out with people under trains how amazingly resilient the human system is. So massive injuries, and yet still people are alive.
Leroy, you found people alive under the trains after being hit?
Oh yeah, they stay alive for like 10, 20 minutes until you sort of like release the weight from them. Then all their internal injuries, then they just die after that. They get in some weird positions, like they fall across one rail, arch their body, and then go under another rail. And you just think, how'd they get there? But they do. They seem to take a second breath and think, no, I don't really want to do this. But they get in some weird old positions.
Well, basically what we also get is a person who jumped early, been bowled over and thrown upwards. Now he's been thrown upwards and he's been trapped between the top of the truck and the car body, as you can see up in here. And this is quite a normal occurrence. Now the last thing you want to do is to lift the truck, because if the person is still alive, and I can assure you we have had them still alive in this position, is to lift the truck. You've got to lift the car body away from the truck to free that person who is trapped up in there.
It must be a pretty awful job.
Switch off. You've got a job to do, you do it, and then you talk about it later. I've never had a bad dream about it, put it that way.
You can really forget?
Yeah, just switch off. Not interested. It's a job to do and we do it.
Most people that ride ETs, not making ET people out to be anything different or special, you just do a little bit more of it. You have this immune system, if you like, to switching off your own set of barriers. I suppose people are dealing with it in their own way differently, but good ET fellas will never take things away after an incident. They just switch off. You've seen so many, you couldn't even begin to remember them all.
Sometimes accidents happen very close by. An elderly man has been hit by a car just opposite Euston Fire Station.
All right, sure.
The driver is visibly shocked.
What do you do, nap the windscreen? Yeah.
Just keep still, keep still.
They frequently arrive before the ambulances. This time they don't need their equipment, just their basic first aid skills.
You've got an ambulance coming, fella, just hang on in. All right, mate, won't be long now, a couple of minutes and you'll be on your way. All up to his shoulder. I don't know how much more he's got in there because I've been working it out with my fingers. Still breathing? As far as I know he is, yeah.
Why don't you lads get a defib out of the machine?
You know, defibrillator, Harry? The old Zappa.
Zappa?
Yeah. Do you still keep on this compression? Right, mind your finger,
Carry on, keep doing that. Ready?
Yeah.
We'll lift him forward underneath onto the trolley. Alright?
Okay. Where's that Stuart gone? Where's old base? Go on, Harry, have a blow. Have a blow, H. Forwards, alright? Rightio. Have you come up me on his shoulder, Stuart? Yeah, okay. Yeah, go up. Keep it going, Harry boy, keep it going. You mind your back kill?
Soon after reaching hospital, the casualty dies. After 4 days of intensive rescue work, Stuart makes his escape to his family on the south coast.
For me personally, blood and guts and all that side of my business doesn't really, you get used to that. To me is the battle, is the emotional side, like when somebody in a car crash, for example, they see a member of their family injured or killed even, and you have to come to terms with that, because I mean you can never forget that you are a human being. You try and sort of suppress that side, but you have to get on with your work, and that to me, even now after 17 years, that is the constant battle that goes on inside me, and I'm glad that battle does go on inside me, because you know it's part of being a human being. It's nice to have a few hours by yourself and adjust myself, to allow myself to go through this spiritual metamorphosis. It's a fast life in London to a nice relaxed holiday atmosphere of Bournemouth. I've got a lovely life and I'm grateful. I can't believe how lucky I am. You know, job that I like, the place that I like living at. I have a good life, I'm happy, I'm content. You see, you don't have to have Jaguars or whatever, Mercedes to have a good life. You know, it's got nothing to do with the quality of life. You know, just a few bob in your pocket, nice home, nice family life, good job, good friends. Those are the real things. And that, as I progress through life, I really believe it. I know to a lot of people, they think, "Dad, get out of it." But it's true. It's all you need.
Line on the right.
"1:30 in the morning, and White Watcher waiting for a shout, an emergency call for help.
Let's play Butt the King. Let's play Spinning the Plate over the governor's bedroom.
Twice a week they're on duty all through the night. So far it's been quiet and they have energy to spare.
Don't you? Always get one. Always get one. Stand and face that side. I like the governor up. This is what What's the bloody noise? Blake, you go. I think someone slipped on my hair, Gov. Who opened the oven up? They put chicken stock over the governor.
I thought you smelled foul.
Who's these noisy bastards up there? Rolling. Sorry? rolling going?
I don't know, I didn't mean no rolling.
Look, across the floor.
Oh.
I don't know, I was washing my hands.
Oh, sweeping up there,
I'll
you go.
come up because I thought you were going to give them some beer politics.
Wasn't me, go.
They are lively, and I don't think I could stand a boring, you know, watch that sort of sit around, and the liveliness is part of the watch. If you get a fire, if you get an incident, a working incident, they've got somewhere to work off that energy built up with the adrenaline. If, however, it's a nothing shout, all that energy is still there. It needs an outlet.
We got on the back here.
The next night is busier.
Got it? Yeah, okay. First time with your helmet here, mate.
It is a dangerous job, definitely dangerous, but it depends on how you approach it as to how dangerous it is.
Let's go around Dampton Beach now, guys. Let's go around Dampton Beach now, guys.
If I go into a job and there's somebody behind me, if I get into trouble, I expect that man to back me up, which everyone on this station would. There's no two ways about it. I can't let them down, they can't let me down. My life depends on it, their life depends on it. And that is why, when people, we go out and we socialise and everything, we are so close together. We're like another little family. We are like sort of brothers, and we're all sort of happy together and everything. But if you didn't have that sort of happiness and that closeness, that would reflect out on the fireground, I think. We go out for a good cause. I mean, we play for Queen Elizabeth Children's Hospital, and children have got a special place, I think. And we built the trailer from an old caravan chassis, which we cut in half, we welded it together, and then we built the canopy. Everyone gets involved in it, but it's great, it's a good feeling.
Didn't I? Yeah. Yes. Merry Christmas. Have you put your hand in your pocket yet? I've got to put my hand in my pocket. He wants to kiss you, love. He's under the mistletoe. Shut down with me, quick. Shut off the damn thing. Sorry, you want some money? Yeah, it's a charity, yeah. Oi, don't get excited. You won't be able to carry anybody out. Don't be shy, ladies and gentlemen. Give generously, please. London Fire Brigade collected for the Queen Elizabeth Children's Hospital. You have them, and we'll save them.
Fire Brigade come round last week. The mother-in-law's kitchen was on fire, and they bloody well saved her. I've got the right hump to them. 3 times this year they've saved her.
Good breakfast you cook. Don't tell the old man.
Quite a few, Bob, in there. This will frighten them.
Behind the high spirits, there's often considerable stress. Ken Clay, an experienced firefighter at Kingsland, has now stopped driving on medical advice.
When I first started driving, the consideration given to fire engines was incredible. I mean, but over the years, I suppose with the build-up of traffic, the courtesy has gone out a bit. I can quite honestly say, every fire call I go out, someone tries to cut me up.
The constant frustration at being held up when answering a call made Ken Clay take drastic action.
So I pulled onto the forecourt, and there was a van parked in the front of the station which was blocking my view to the right. So I looked to the right to see if there was anything coming, and there was a car going to turn left out the side turning that runs down the side of the station. And I looked the man straight in the eyes, and I could tell by the way he looked at me that his objective was to get round and cross in front of me before I could pull out. He had no intention of giving away at all. And my reaction was to pull straight across the road, forgetting where I was going and what I was doing, just to pull straight across the road to block him off. And this is all brought about by over the years and the months of inconsiderate drivers doing this type of thing. This doesn't happen just now and again. It happens shout after shout after shout. And not just one driver, driver after driver after driver. On another occasion, I had a woman passenger actually throw her hands, bury her head in her hands and throw her head down like that because she thought I was going to drive into the side of the car, which was my intention. I just pulled myself short at the end. Again, that was turning right out of the station. Anyway, two cars that could have easily have stopped come through. And this third chap, I could see he had no intentions of giving way at all. And I thought, well, I've had enough. And I got the steering wheel and I threw it round. And then I just hit the brake because I would have gone into the side of him. But in fact, what I hadn't taken into consideration was the obelisk in the side turning. And he very, very nearly ran into it. And as I say, as he swerved over, his passenger threw her head down into her lap. And I assume it's because she'd seen the obelisk.
And for a moment, did you intend to hit that
Oh,
car?
yeah, definitely. That was my objective. Yeah, my objective was to drive into the side of it, yeah. Because I'm so fed up with it.
Get over! Get over! Get over!
There's also the tension of handling the unexpected.
Black, he's the one with the hair shaved up to the side.
As we were driving up Lansdowne Drive, I suddenly glanced across and saw this van with a man sitting there with blood streaming out of his head. So I told the driver to pull up round the corner. We went back to see what had happened, see if we could render any assistance. Two of the crew members got the first aid kit out and rendered first aid. It appeared he'd been attacked by some men in the street, and this van driver had pulled up, and the men had then run away. They'd helped him in the van to sort of get him off the street. It's fairly severe head injuries. Possibly, one of the lads said it looked as though there could possibly be a fractured skull there even.
Pulled out, and we're coming to this corner here, and we saw the black guy had hold of this chap here, like this.
Like that, in the car.
And the white guy was hitting him with a wheel brace across the head, yeah? And he was hitting him across the legs with a piece of, like
a club.
Like a piece of picket fence, yeah? Anyway, we stopped the van, we got out the van. Yeah, stop it, you know. Anyway, they went for us, and they said, do you want some? And all that
Steady over there, nice and steady, all right? Just put your feet down there. Drop it behind. Hold it. Just stay straight there.
This victim was fortunate. He was out of hospital within hours.
I've got a comb, you wouldn't believe it.
He's a good
bang.
Good crack.
We've all got combs. Bang.
Ronnie,
Well, have a crumble with it.
Oh, a little plate. What have we got?
He said you can make custard.
Well, I've done all the thingies right, I've done all the right amount of soda in it.
Yeah. Anyway, have a good Christmas, lads. We'll get cleared up, and then we'll see about the rest of the day.
Alcohol is not allowed at the station, even at their Christmas lunch, but that doesn't dampen their exuberance. Ian Atkinson started a food fight and was to pay a medieval penalty.
Don't kick him in the back. Oh, shit. Fine, yeah. Oh, no. Nothing spilled, sorry.
Clear.
Oh, that's all right by me. Oh, hang on, it's me. No.
Wait till he's outside.
No, I won't. No, they're doing me.
I've got a grandmother that's half German, and obviously it's a good lever for them to start jokes on, and they tend to use it, make the most of it.
You're still proud of your Nazi friends? Yeah, Nazi, you've had it now. Oh, yeah. Where's Jason? This is Jason. The Revenge of the Poles. Come on, Jason, put your hands in the well. Put your hands in the well. Get his head in. Get in there. Get in there. Crack up. Okay. Oh, yeah. Is your wife know you're bald?
He does now.
You're going to do some praying, boy. Oh, well, what were you saying about the Poles? Yeah, well, I'm just going to wash him off. What are you going to do? Seriously? Hold your breath, eh? Yeah, perfect. Hold on. God, that is cold. What else? Feel. From the front. So we can see. Slow it down. I think we should all get a little bit of food and throw it at him, Michelle. I've got a little bit. Take his mask off. I've got a leg of lamb. I'm going to throw Cliff. This is for being a snob. You've got to apologise to us now. Hold on. I want to slap him as well. No! That's how I hold it. Yeah, wash him off. Hold your breath, please. Hold your breath. That's it. Yeah. Well done, Ian. No, we didn't mean it, mate. No, we couldn't get out of the way. Well done, Ian. I wasn't coming here. Hey, what's your off with? We take no prison for him. Right, now get upstairs and do the washing up, you ladies.
It was a funny feeling actually. After they did that to me, I felt even more a part of the watch. It was quite breathtaking and inspiring. You know, it tended to draw me into the watch. So I've got no.
Even though it must have been freezing.
Oh yeah, that's what I meant. That's why I said it was breathtaking. It was breathtakingly cold, but no, it didn't do me any harm mentally. It's just very cold.
Younger firefighters are always eager for more action, but some older ones, like Ken Clay, have seen much they'd like to forget.
I can remember all the serious incidences that I've been on vividly. I can remember the first person's report I had. It was an old boy, about 70, 75. And his daughter was running up and down the street, screaming out, "My dad, my dad," and she had her hands in her hair, and she was pulling her hair out by the roots. Now, you can't forget that, and you also can't forget the state that body was in, and this man was still alive when we got him out, and it looked as if someone had got a razor and just lifted his skin off. He was just red all the way over. The only place he wasn't, he's still, I don't, his pyjamas burnt off him, and he was wearing pyjamas, we know that. He just had his underpants on. But the rest of his body was just open. That man lived for about a week. I don't know how, but he did. You can't forget, you can't discard something like that. I mean, and I could tell you about loads of similar types of things. You can't get rid of it. You just can't get rid of it. Another one to highlight, just a slightly different side of the thing is, The first job I had where I had people very, very badly burnt. When the human skin is badly burnt, it don't just lift off, it goes like pork crackling. You know your Sunday joint. It looks and it smells exactly the same. You can't get rid of that. I couldn't eat pork for ages after that. I couldn't eat anything cooked for 3 days after that because the stench was in my nose. And I can still see those people. The other thing is as well, I didn't even realise when I went in there, because there was me and another chap went in to find these people. I didn't even realise when I saw them that they were bodies. I thought they were tailor's dummies. I mean, the hair had just shriveled up into a little black knot on top of the head. It didn't look like anything. Well, it wasn't like anything. You can't throw it away. You can't get rid of that.
And yet, when firefighters come back from these incidents, they laugh.
They make light of it. I mean, you see, when I had that job. That was my first breathing apparatus job, and I'd only been in the job about 14 months, and it's all still pretty new to you then. And I mean, that was early hours of the morning, 6 o'clock in the morning. All these blokes were sitting down, they was eating their breakfast. We had bacon and eggs, and as I just said to you, you know, they smelt like pork. I felt physically sick. I had a cup of tea and I took it away. But they all started laughing and joking and eating, and I thought, you know, these people are not human. But unless you adopt that attitude, you can't live with it. You know, it's, I don't know. I mean, I don't want to bore you with it too much, but I mean, another occasion, I was in a building searching for someone, and I opened up the wardrobe, and there's this young girl, about 14, 15, and she's in the wardrobe, dead. She's in the wardrobe like that, you know, and all this side of her body was burnt. You can't throw that away. You can't get rid of that. And there's loads and over. I mean, I've been in the job 22 years. These don't happen every day of the week. They don't happen every month. But over a period of years, you build up a catalogue, don't you?
And yet there are some firefighters who say, particularly some, maybe 1 or 2 officers who say, you can't put up with that, you shouldn't be a firefighter.
Yeah, well, I've said the same myself. I don't really know why I'm doing this interview, to be quite honest with you. There's a bravado in the fire brigade. You can't afford to dwell on it anyway, can you? For heaven's sakes, you know. If you dwell on things like that, you would go crazy. There's no doubt about it. You've got to make light of it. You've got to make light of it, or you can't exist. I don't think, anyway. Not for any length of time.
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's just a little presentation to mark the money that we raised just before Christmas for both the Benevolent Fund and the Cleaners of the Hospital for Sick Children. I think that a lot of hard work is done by White Watch and other people and all the other watchers on the station who came and helped us on the day. Firstly, there's a cheque for £230 for the Benevolent Fund, Mr. Kennedy.
Thanks, Sean. Can I very quickly say thanks very much for this. I mean, I don't know if you do know, but this year I become the chairman of the Fire Services National Benevolent Fund across the whole of the country. And if you don't know, we've lost 6 firefighters in operational duty over the last 18 months. We've had another 27 quite seriously injured, and at least 3 of them will be on the totally handicapped register. And there is no doubt at all about it that being involved with King's Cross and seeing some of the other tragic circumstances over the years, there is no doubt that this money will be well spent. And thanks very much for everything you do for the community you serve. Thanks.
Yeah. And now, to all the Queen Elizabeth Hospital for Sick Children, the 2 pieces of equipment, the money we have raised.
Right. I'd just like to say thank you very much to you, Colin, and to all members of the White Watch team and other members of the Kingsland Fire Brigade team. To thank you for your support this year as you have in previous years. Certainly the equipment that we see in front of us today is going to help us as nurses and medical staff to make our job easier in caring for the children. Thank you very much.
I don't think it's going to fly anywhere as it goes. I think it could be a bit of a suicide bid if we threw it out there. Put it in a box, take it back to the station. Yeah,
Doesn't break, you see. First mate you've seen in weeks, isn't it?
Cheers.
He's shit on me.
Good luck.
Yeah.
She must have brought it all the way upstairs.
Must be a bastard cat to get this, wasn't it? Did anyone see the cat?
Just came up on the special list.
Can't get in the little broke.
We've got same, right? That's right, just hold it. That'll be alright. I've got to go on.
We've suffocated now, haven't we?
One distressed pigeon released from hysterical female.
What about the RSP show if it's hurt?
PDSA.
What, this time of night?
Oh yeah, they're going to be over the moon, aren't they?
Yeah, they're going to be...
How'd you like to lie about for a couple of hours with a broken leg all for the night? I'd like you to lie about with a broken leg for a couple of hours all for the night.
He's got his animal welfare head on.
Come along, Brian. Who's got the helmet? Oh, who's put it in Andy's room? You got it here? What? No. It's all right. Get everyone down. This is the watch pigeon now.
Brian, his name is.
Right, should we do a bit of surgery? See what we'll eat.
One distressed pigeon released from one hysterical.
Yeah, it's probably... Oh, it's hard to get food at the moment. Let get some bread and milk.
We'll take it upstairs. I don't want to bloody...
Good night, being the
Good night.
We've got back, are we, Ron?
Yes, sir.
Good.
Charlie, you're getting a flat about it.
Turn the lights out as you go out, please. Slow and flag on the right. Slow and flag on the right. No, it's okay, don't have it. Pull up where it's done. You just gone past it? Yeah. There's no one apart.
Gloves, bring your gloves to your eye. You need 2 or 3 pairs of gloves, you need, how much I've got. 2 or 3 on each end.
Not helping by getting all upset, are you? Are you sure it's in there? Because otherwise we're going to break in.
It is in there. It's
You've heard
definitely
it?
in there. It's her hers. It's definitely in there. I swear on my children's life.
It's her cat because she gave it to
I
her.
gave it to her. It's crying. It's the
Right, we'll sort of knock the window out. We'll have a ladder up.
That window.
She's mum from you. She's frightened. Put it back. That's all I want.
There ain't got any dogs in there, right, Rizzo?
The woman claims a cat has been left alone in this flat for several days.
Coat hanger, yeah.
She gave the cat to her neighbours as a Christmas present.
Coat hanger should do it. Oh, it's coming.
Small man to get in there.
Can't you just slip through the keyhole, please?
Never get in there. All right, Mink. Dave, I've got to tell you, it's a leopard.
Yeah, it's a Rottweiler.
Excuse me.
Dave, you can get out the door.
And out through the gate. There's no locks on.
Tell Dave not to come out through the window again.
Walk out and turn the lock and turn the gate.
Alright, you're all right.
We need all to get
Well, he ain't starving, is he?
Where's the food? Where's the food then if he ain't starving?
Just outside the door here. Tray there, and there's food there.
Where's the
Milk
food?
there.
Where?
Milk. Looks like fresh milk to me. Right. Take him to our hospital and get him checked over by the vet. And then you can contact us tomorrow and find out what's happening with him. All right? Yes?
Pardon? Don't talk to me like that.
I say I'm
talk to you
taking
anyway.
I'm taking him to the veterinary surgeon, our hospital, the
Where's
RSPCA
that?
hospital.
Where?
Sunderberg Road, N7. All right, to have him checked over.
I don't want you taking him nowhere. You're not taking him nowhere. You're not taking him down Sunderberg Road. That's my cat, okay?
Well, are you prepared?
No, madam.
Sorry.
No,
I'm
madam.
very sorry.
We let the RSPCA in
That
here.
is my cat. Okay?
This is somebody else's property.
That is my property. I am the owner of this kitten.
I mean,
I never called you. Okay?
we were called down here to the cat.
Well, I didn't call
If you want to take the cat, we'll have to get the police down here to sort out ownership.
We'll do it. It's called the police. I'm the ownership of the cat. That is my cat. Can you
Cliff.
get it out?
No, I'm afraid,
Call the
madam,
police.
I'm calling the police.
Well, call them.
Cliff,
Call the police. I'm the owner of this cat, okay? Call the police. Don't get on to
answer
her
yes. Request attendance of police. Dispute over ownership of cat, please.
That is my cat. You've got no right.
Request the attendance of
All right,
police.
Mark, all right.
Dispute over ownership of the cat.
No. You let go of the cage.
We'll leave the cage alone, then,
Who
please,
called
madam.
you anyway?
We were
Who
called by the
called you?
RSPCA.
You're not by us, okay? You've got no right.
I've got every right, madam.
I am taking this cat. It's my cat, okay?
Yes, at the moment. Urgent attendance of police. Dispute over ownership of the cat, please.
Come on,
Bitch is coming. No, I'm afraid,
my
madam.
cat.
This is somebody
my
else's
cat.
flat. Somebody
You
else's
can't
flat.
take it. It's my friend's flat, okay? You can't take this cat away
Oh, we're
from
not
me.
taking it anywhere. I'll call the police here.
You call the police. This is my cat.
Have you got any proof?
Yeah, I've got kittens. I'd like to know why I'm not allowed into the flat.
The police never arrived to settle the argument.
Nice woman. What's that?
The train stand at a platform 4, calls the whole station to South Bay, calling at Berwicky, Redcliffe, Rayleigh, Hockley, Peterell, Southern Victoria. No stop, right.
Jason Wilder is a new recruit with White Watch.
Useless.
I wasn't expecting anyone to talk to me for the first couple of months, but it was a lot different. It was really good. It was a lot friendlier than what I thought it'd be.
Did they tell you might have to go through a few tests with your watch?
You hear about them, but they don't actually say, well, you're going to have to go through it. But you do hear about them.
I'm going to have to stay myself because I'm not tall enough.
It's just little rhymes which are what I've been told have been passed down, like through the blokes, and like Mitch he's sort of like bashing it into me to try and learn them, which I haven't.
Jason!
I've done it!
Right, he's good. Give him another try.
We want another one, yeah.
All right. Right, ready?
One more try.
Who the damn you think you am?
Yeah, who the damn do you think you am?
Think your body of yourself.
Think your body of yourself.
Can't pick on someone you own long enough.
Can't pick on someone you own long enough.
You bastard!
Keep getting surprises, like all the time. But once they're out on the ground, on the fire ground, everyone's very serious and everyone knows exactly what they're doing, and everyone gets on with it.
Come on, here you are. Check the reel. Break the line off it. Get in there.
I mean, when I go into a job, I don't really know what I'm doing, really. You know, obviously, I know to put the fire out and stuff like that, but you need a bit of confidence there, and if there's someone behind you, know you trust in it, then it's good. It's good. Boost you up.
Gone into an incident with BAR?
Yeah, first time.
What was it like?
Experience. It was a good experience. I enjoyed it. It was weird. Couldn't see nothing at all in there. I couldn't work out where I was.
How did you find your way around then?
Well, I was just looking. I didn't know precisely where I was, but I was just looking. But at first, I couldn't see the windows. First time. Nothing.
Is it not frightening?
No, I wasn't frightened. It was good.
Brilliant. Shoreditch to clear the mess up, man.
Just stop insured?
No. Insured. I'm not able to pay the rent and I'm insured. It's just one of them things. And very good job I wasn't in bed, or I'd have been burnt. I wouldn't have to get my hair cut tomorrow. Huh? It's been the worst year I've ever had. Ever.
So is this the sort of thing you do, your religion? You turn up parties about 3 o'clock in the morning, you're popping at work after 10. You stay in the full day or what? Yeah. No dedication.
Yeah, still been in London.
4 years ago, Mitch Copleston was also a Royal recruit.
I'll never sit in his chair again. We don't have seats at our place, but Pete sits there, Katie sits there, I sit here, Cliff sits there.
Now Mitch makes sure the recruit knows his place.
Come on, Jason. You're crap at volleyball.
Your hopes in bed.
I might.
Go on, Mitch, have a go.
I might have a go in a minute.
Go on, Mitch.
I just got to go and put my muscles on. Go in my locker. Come on, Bobby boy.
Josh, you've got to do this. What Cherry does it. Josh, where have you gone?
Come on, Bob.
I can't remember we did it.
He's got a cute little ass. You got a pretty bottom.
Ooh, do you want to do some praying,
Right,
boy? Done it last week.
Sorry. Got the floor.
Yes.
Come on, Bobby. Come on, Bob. Yes. Come on, Bob.
Yes. Yes, he's there.
Yeah. Jason. Come on, Jason. Someone's got on the table for me. I've got to remember. Oh, I actually didn't do this. This is a night. I've got a bit stupid, haven't I?
Funny enough.
18 stone going.
Are you sure, Mitch? 18
Sorry.
stone?
Sorry, 19.
Come on. How much?
20.
How much?
I don't know. What's next?
Doesn't matter how big, how tall, how small, how fat, how thin, you'll get kicked about. The main thing is getting on with the other blokes on your watch. If you do that, you're 75% of the way there, and they'll take time to look after you and look out for you. Oh, where's Jason, or where's Mitch, or where's anyone? And it's nice that they do that, and then you think you're part, you know, you've been accepted by the watch, and it is nice.
Could someone just be near me to kick this away? That is a bit because it's burning, actually.
Right, go for it. Whip you on.
Oh, yes.
One. Two.
And I was a nice, polite young bloke when I come in here. Now look what's happened.
Go on, Mitch. 7.
Come on, yeah. Nice shot. That's a good for 44 rounds, usually.
What's it got? Sorry, Luke. Keep away from the arse end of it if it's got actuators on it, alright?
Oh, we've got a lorry.
They've got the big diaphragms. If one end goes, it'll do you like a kipper.
This is flat 108.
Uphill, uphill. It looks like it, Doug. Does it look like anything in the bag? No, I can't see.
Jason is learning what Mitch already knows, that joining White Watch is like being part of an extended family.
You're living with them, basically, for 4 days a week. You're not just going home at 6 o'clock and that's it, you're forgetting about it. We see each other outside, nights out. Most of the time you end up talking about the fire brigade anyway. And all the wives and girlfriends are sitting there like that. You know. Not another boring fire brigade story, we've heard this one.
Mitch's fiancée, Alison, knows she will have to share him with the watch.
The skirt must be pinned underneath and you hang it, all these creases and that'll come out. Yeah. And it'll take on a shape. At the moment it's lumpy. Can you see how lumpy it is?
A lot of people wouldn't be comfortable perhaps going out with a fireman or even marrying a fireman because they're forever worried about them going into jobs and fires and things like that. So I don't think it's an easy profession for somebody to be in. It just depends on the type of person you are and how you can cope with it.
Have you seen your bow at the back?
No.
And you won't be worrying too much about him?
No. No, because I'll be bagging nerves if I did. No, don't worry too much about him. I know he's in safe hands. So as long as I speak to him once during the night, I feel quite happy.
By the time White Watch arrive, the incident is almost over.
Not as far as I know.
Just poke it around the corner.
But there's still time for Mitch to pass on a few tips to Jason.
And then you can just, make sure you're out of the way, don't matter if your hand gets burnt. And then just wash it round. And then poke your head round and have a look, see how it's going. Imagine someone being asleep. You can understand why people just don't wake up. They die in here. Imagine them opening the door and seeing that.
What's the trade you're teaching it?
Well, just stay as low as you can. We're just in, we was looking at the amount of damage past 6 foot, like 5 foot. Devastated. By the time you get 2 foot off the ground, crawling and that, it's no damage at all, and there's a clear passage of air. And you can see as well, that's the main thing, you can see where you're going and what you're doing.
Is he going to make it?
On your watch? Of course he will. Of course he will. Without a doubt. No one comes to Kingsland and fails. A few close ones, but no one fails anyway.
But there is one more test for the recruit, an initiation ceremony.
All right, you're off on your own.
You're right there. Oh, look at that little body. Yes. Don't get him wet. No, don't get him wet. You've got a scrub on your nose. Look. You all right? Hold up.
Thanks, Dominic. This is your Christmas. Go forth for mob to draw, my son. Off the easy round. Come on, that's enough, he said. He's had enough now. That'll do, right. One more. We're going up for tea. And then quick mercy. Yeah. Oh, no, come on. Right, join the London Fire Brigade, make a career of it. Anyone that lets him go gets a say. Bye.
What's it like joining White Watch?
It's great, it's been a laugh. Yeah.
Was it like this at training school?
No, nothing like it. They don't do this during training school.
And how often does this happen to you?
Well, I've had it once. I've been in the stocks, and now this one.
Been in the stocks?
Yeah, that's where you put your head and your hands through. They smother you with water, flour, eggs, the works. Don't get really cold here, can you help us out? Come on, this is freezing now. Well, it's good fun. You've got to expect it. I don't take it as harassment. If I thought that I was the only one going through it, and you know, and I really felt they were really sort of getting at me, then I wouldn't like it. But it's not like that. You know, it's just a joke. It's just messing about, you know.
It's part of becoming White Watch.
Yeah, I suppose it is in a way. Yeah, I suppose it is.
This is blocked off here. Along there. To walk right through? Yeah, and it's stored up there as well.
What's, how old's this old dear?
73.
When you say she's a bit eccentric, what do you mean? In what way? Dangerously?
Well, if she's in there, she's not going to be doing anything now, is she? If she hasn't been seen for 3 weeks. You're not worried about her attacking you, are you?
Yes.
Idiot.
The police have called us to assist them getting into this building here. They believe there's an old lady lives there who hasn't been seen for some time, so they obviously want to get in to find out if she's all right.
Mrs. Redford's just had a very nasty shock.
Is that the room where the telly's on?
Yeah.
I'll take mine black, no sugar.
What can you say?
Someone follow me up close.
Extend it.
No. He was nervous.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Hey!
All right. Cliff, get down, Cliff.
Call the police, Henry!
All right, we just want to make sure you're all right, love.
Oh.
Sorry about that. We have been knocking.
Huh?
We have been knocking, but the neighbours said they haven't seen you for a while.
No, well, I come every day, but I walk, you see, in the city. But what did you break my window for?
It's all right, we'll sort that out for you.
Huh?
We couldn't get in. You're all right, are you?
Oh, I am.
No problems?
I'm all right there, yeah.
Yeah?
I'm looking at the police there. Yeah, I didn't get home till late. I usually open the shop on a Saturday.
I see, yeah.
But I was working.
Is there any chance you could open the front door so we could have a word with you and then sort your window out? Sorry about this.
I just assumed it frightened me.
God, it nothing to what you did to me. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's cold out there.
Oh.
It's all right, they'll do it up for you.
Oh.
That's all right.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, he frightened the life out of me.
Oh, dear.
I'm watching the police and thing, you know.
You got your keys before you wander?
Oh, all right.
Yeah, your front door's all right.
Yeah, I usually open on a Saturday, but my old man used to say, he lives up in Yorkshire.
Yeah.
He's an invalid, he lives up in Yorkshire.
Yeah.
But he used to say it's a bloody good job and all, there's only one of you.
I'll just say what he's doing. He's putting some plastic to stop the new rain or anything getting in.
Oh,
Put it up
yeah.
around the window. But you need to get the window fixed. Yeah? Okay.
Yeah. Old Pat used to open Wednesday, Thursday and Friday and help me Saturday morning. But here... You're always on my
mind. You're always on my mind. Maybe I didn't hold you all those lonely, lonely times.
Smash that.
I guess I never told
Right, stand at ease.
Michael, will you take Alison to be your wife? Will you love her, comfort her, honour and protect her, and forsaking all others, be faithful to her as long as you both shall live?
I will.
And Alison, will you take Michael to be your husband? Will you love him, comfort him, honour and protect him, and forsaking all others, be faithful to him as long as you both shall live? And let's give them a clap, shall we?
They're my best friends. I'd rather not have it if they weren't there. That's why obviously I've had to chop and change dates and whatever to make sure they can go. I'd want them there. I wouldn't not want any of them. Even Cliff.
You've got to get on as a team. You can't not get on with somebody on that watch because they could be pulling you out of a fire if anything happened to you. So I think, yeah, they are closer than in any other job. They're very good friends as well. Oh, we're going on honeymoon on the Wednesday. I hope they haven't booked flights with us either, but I think that's one time we'll leave them behind.
Following last week's episode of Fire, 12 members of the White Watch were suspended from duty, pending serious disciplinary investigations which could lead them to losing their jobs. A further 3 firefighters are expected to be suspended on their return from leave. The charges are believed to relate to the hijinks which, along with the bravery and compassion of the firefighters, is featured in this series.